Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Tennis World Tour 2 for the PS4. The game is also available for the Xbox, Nintendo Switch and Microsoft Windows. Tennis World Tour is a sports simulation game developed by Breakpoint Studio. So what's it like to play? Well, firstly, I have to talk about the controls. The available button options are absolutely fine, but it's the feel of the controls that felt weird and unnatural. Button lag is a real issue, but it's also really strange to see your player preparing for a shot when you haven't actually pressed the button at all. Player movement is sluggish due to over-animated movements, which all lead to a considerable amount of frustration and uninspired rallies. Like, you run toward the ball and your player starts to carry out an action as if you'd requested it, even if you didn't. It just feels wrong and on rails, which is not a good thing. Also, when completing a shot, you get these annoying pop-ups saying, too late, too soon, etc. The whole experience, it felt on rails as if you're barely having any impact on it. The best way to sum up gameplay is me and a friend, we've played tennis games for years and there's nothing we like more than a good old 5-set thriller. But with Tennis World Tour 2, after playing for a couple of hours, we turned to each other and we just shook our heads. The controls, animations, the feel of the gameplay, they were all way off and we just could both see it. The game features a wide array of modes though, like exhibitions, tournaments, online, and a good career mode. You can create a player in that, rise through the ranks. The creative player options are pretty good. You've got skill cards to use, but for a game that's trying to be a sim, skill cards felt really way out of character. Visually, the game does look pretty smooth and realistic from the courts, equipment, character animations, etc. But it is the over-animated shot actions that add an unnecessary delay to proceedings and they make the day-to-day play an utter bore. Sound is functional, as being tennis there isn't really much sound to worry about other than the tepid crowd or the standard shot sounds. Right, what's good and what's bad? What's good? The graphics look nice and smooth and the character creator is pretty good. What's bad? The controls felt unnatural. The player animations start without a button being pressed. The timing pop-ups are annoying. Player faces look lifeless, and overall it's one of the least enjoyable sports sims I think I've ever played. So what's the verdict? Tennis is a simple sport to replicate, but in the case of Tennis World Tour 2, the developers have tried to be too clever for their own good. Gameplay felt way off and full of frustrating elements such as button lag, over-animated movements, and it really is one of the worst recreations of tennis I've ever seen. Yes, the graphics are nice, the game modes are good, and the character creator is solid. But what use are those things if the gameplay is a disaster? You'd be much better off playing something like everybody's tennis from the PS2 era or any other tennis game from the old days, because this one, frankly, is really poor. It just does not cut the mustard. It's slow, it's unresponsive, it's tedious, and it's a gameplay experience that will frustrate and annoy you to the state where you'll just lead you to complete apathy on the game. Scoring, right, Tennis World Tour 2, oh gosh, I'd give it 3 out of 10. I feel like I'm being generous, but I'd give it 3. Okay, that's the review. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, go on Patreon, whatever turns you on, go for it. Thanks for watching. This is Photography Gamer signing off. Cheers.